And what's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special inland sports show as we're here at the University of Redlands for the Mega Camp. It's the summer camp series here at the U of R where college football programs from across the United States come here to Ted Runner Stadium to check out some of the top high school football players here in the IE. Now, the Mega Camp features more than 20 schools. We're talking about Power 5 schools. We're talking about Ivy League schools. We've got schools like the U of R as well. So there's a little something for everybody here. We got some of the schools from the old Pac-12. We've got Minnesota from the Big Ten. So literally a bunch of different schools, a great variety for our IE athletes to get some exposure and maybe even pull a scholarship offer here during the Mega Camp. Now, this is the fourth camp of 6 summer camps here at the University of Redlands. And for our local guys, it is a great place to get that scholarship offer or at least some exposure and network with a lot of these college football coaches. This is a way that they can come here, get seen by 20 plus schools on one night, and that's going to save a lot of parents a lot of money having to not travel to all these different colleges to visit those campuses and meet with those coaches there. So it's a valuable tool and resource here in the IE. The University of Redlands does such a fantastic job putting this on. Coach Jim Good, Coach Joey Mariani, and the entire U of R staff. They do wonders here for our Inland Empire athletes to give them this showcase. Let's hear from some of our high school football players that were here at the Mega Camp, including, well, you're going to hear from, I think, 3 or 4 different of the top high school football quarterbacks in the IE. They were all here tonight, and we had a chance to talk to them, plus a couple of our top running backs in the area, including Champ Brown from Aquinas and Exzavior Oliver from Grand Terrace.
It was great. I feel like there was a lot of opportunities out here. I feel like I presented myself well. I did good. I give myself like a B minus. Being humble. There's always room for improvement, so I think I can do better. No pressure at all. I just try and go out here and coach through it. Do my best. My parents would tell me just stay calm. I'm out here for a reason, so I'm just out here to be great. Recently, just picked up an offer from the University of Montana. So it's going great. A lot of schools are interested in me, and I'm just looking forward to produce that this season. Senior year coming up, it's big. So
love the competition. It felt great. I felt like I did great. I feel like I'm getting better every day. But the competition, I love the competition. It felt great today. Definitely getting in like the different route lines and understanding that not every receiver is going to get out there, break fast or fast off the ball. So putting the ball where it's supposed to be, and if I do miss where it's supposed to be. That's what it's about. It's all about the journey. Stay tuned.
So being around all these coaches as a young player really helped me develop now. It's just be cool, calm, just do my own thing and have fun. I like to sling the ball, so you're going to throw the ball. So that's how I stay calm. Well, today I just stay calm, like I said. That's just me. I'm just calm, I don't get ruffled of, anything I do bad because I know I'm not going to get an offer out here if I throw a good one pass, I got film, so that's just what it is. If the coach likes me, I got film, so that's what it is.
Yeah, when I come out to these camps, I just try to play to the best of my ability and just use the God-given tools that God gave me. And if I mess up, just get on to the next play and get to the next rep because it's all mental, Yeah, it's fun. It's exciting. It's exciting because it's a new experience for me as a freshman, class 27. So it's just an exciting experience to get out here, show what I could do, and experience this.
I'm hoping for them to see how good my footwork is and how good I am of coming back to the next rep and to work harder every play. Just be myself and do what I do best and just keep working hard. That's all I can do. It's going good. I just got to keep reaching out to coaches like I've been doing, and I think that something will come to me that fits me.
Great to see all those guys, and really the U of R Mega Camp kind of signals the unofficial start of the high school football season because before you know it, we're going to go right into the year with those Week 0 games coming up towards the end of August. Out here at the Mega Camp, we caught up with Chaparral head coach Andrew Raymer, and Coach was out here watching some of his Pumas compete. Right now, they're in a dead period, but he says pretty soon they're going to hit the ground running, and they're going to go straight through all the way into those first games in August. They'll do a little 7-on-7. Of course, he's big in the weight room. Plus, as you're about to hear from Coach Raymer, he also has a baby on the way that will come during the high school football season. Here is Coach Raymer.
Inland Sports.
Now join us here on the Inland Sports Show, the head coach of the Chaparral Pumas, Coach Raymer. And Coach, listen, we're out here at the Mega Camp at the University of Redlands, and I know you always have some stud Pumas, and they always perform well out here. Camps like this, what does it do in terms of just the exposure for a lot of the players, including your guys?
It gives them the opportunity to get quality reps, against the other guys in the Inland Empire. And then the Redlands staff does a great job of just putting on this camp, showcasing all the kids' skills.
Mm-hmm. You have obviously a lot of guys out of Chaparral, go Division I or just get a scholarship, period, especially your offensive linemen. So when you go to these camps like this, is it just like a who's who? Like, oh, I know that guy. You must have a lot of connections, networking with a lot of these college coaches, I would assume.
Yeah, it's great to see these guys. They come through campus in the spring, invite these kids out to the camps. But it's always great to see some of these faces I've seen for many years. The logo might have changed, but it's still the same guy.
All right, Coach, let's talk about the Pumas. Upcoming season, obviously the Big West is always tough, but you guys have really emerged as a strong team out of that league. What are you hoping to see out of Chaparral this upcoming year? Because I see on Twitter a lot of your guys are getting offers again.
Yeah, we have 11 guys right now with Division I offers. So we have some big expectations for our program, but we have a tough schedule. Even the Big West, of course, is a gauntlet week by week. We open up at San Clemente, and then we finish off our non-league with Mission Viejo. You add in Apple Valley and then the rival schools in Temecula. You got a great schedule for our players. Yeah, we're expecting a big season. Our 25 class and our 27 class are going to be a lot of the players on the field, sprinkling a couple 26s in there. So we're going to have the experience, we're going to have the youth, and it's going to be a fun time.
So you're talking about the schedule, but the biggest date on the schedule might be the due date. You were just telling me off camera, you and your wife, congratulations, by the way, expecting baby number 3. Is that right? And it's during the season.
Yeah, week 2, game 2, Apple Valley week. We got baby number 3 on the way. It's a baby girl. My wife's an angel, so it's baby number 3. The first 2 kids are just going to be on the football field like they were last year, and she's going to have the baby number 3, and son's going to be a ball boy. So, they're involved, right? In-laws live locally. So we have a lot of good support.
Well, Coach, we don't have to go into where babies come from right here on this interview, but I will say my wife and I, back in our day, we actually planned our kids around football season. Did that enter your mind at least?
It doesn't look like it. 2 of the 3 kids are right in the middle of football season. So God had a plan for us, and they're football babies.
And then finally, how's the summer going? Obviously, you're out here helping your guys, get some exposure at the U of R Mega Camp. But you try to do 7-on-7, the weight room. Do you try to relax a little bit, spend some time with your wife and kids? Like, what does the summer look like for you?
Yeah, we're in dead period right now. A lot of these kids that come out to these college camps take a break. We just got done with school June 7th. I'm going to take a little trip to Palm Springs, and then we're in the thick of things. The Edison passing tournament, the Mission Viejo passing tournament, practicing with Centennial, practicing with Long Beach Poly. So we've got to get ready for this season. June 24th we begin.
Man, it just ramps up from there, doesn't it?
It's nonstop. July 4th and July 5th we're off. Other than that, we're going, right?
All right, that's Chaparral head coach Andrew Raymer here on the Inland Sports Show. Inland Sports. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, here from the University of Redlands Mega Camp, you don't want to miss this. We have an exclusive interview with the new head football coach of the UCLA Bruins, DeShaun Foster. We will also check in with one of my favorite guys, Coach Jim Good, the head football coach of the U of R Bulldogs. That's next here on the Inland Sports Show.
And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods in Norco. #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels in all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust.
Hey guys, this is Jason at Ken Sporting Goods. We're almost to 1,000 Instagram followers. Tell your friends, like us, come down, see us. Thank you so much for your loyalty.
The Inland Sports Show is proud to partner with Dr. Marcus Paulson and Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Dr. Paulson and his team work with children, teens, and adults using orthodontic products like traditional braces and Invisalign to make a difference in the appearance, comfort, and function of each patient's teeth. Paulson Orthodontics welcomes new patients, so schedule a visit today. Paulson Orthodontics. We make braces fun.
What up, y'all? Boostman here with a quick 2 cent. Parents, there's no better place for kids to learn how to control their emotions than through sports. There's nothing wrong with competing with emotion. The key is how we use them. Channeling your emotions to work harder, focus more, and compete with intensity is encouraged. But when emotions lead to negative outcomes, this can be detrimental to athletes. That's why it's important that parents model emotional control for their kids. Screaming and arguing with refs, blaming coaches, or getting worked up at other kids on the field are terrible examples of emotional control. So if you want your athlete to keep their emotions in check, be the example. Boostman.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show here from the University of Redlands Mega Camp. We had 20-plus colleges in attendance to check out our Inland Empire guys. A great way to showcase all the great players we have here in the IE, and they do it right here at Ted Runner Stadium at the U of R. One of the schools out here, and they've been coming for a number of years. In fact, I remember interviewing Chip Kelly back in the day for UCLA. The Bruins are back this year, but of course, they've got a new head coach in DeShaun Foster. Check out our exclusive interview with Coach Foster as he talks about the kind of guys he's looking for to be Bruins. And if you ask me, they sound like Inland Empire guys to me. Here is Coach Foster from UCLA. Inland Sports. Well, we're excited to have here on the Inland Sports Show the head football coach for the UCLA Bruins, DeShaun Foster. And, Coach, when you come out to the Inland Empire, and I know you're tight-knit with the high school football community, when you come to the IE, what kind of kids are you looking for? Because we're tough out here. We've got some good players. How would you describe an IE high school football player?
I'm going to say, hard-nosed, hard-working, put on his hard hat, not going to say much, and just get out there and play. So just looking for just top talent, and, you can find that out here in IE.
So those IE guys, they kind of fit that mold of maybe the kind of guys you want to bring in to be Bruins?
Exactly.
And how's it been with the University of Redlands? They've been putting on these camps for years now. I know UCLA has been a staple here, and I think there's like 500 kids between the skills and the big guys. I mean, what is it like coming out here to the University of Redlands?
It's awesome. Year in, year out, they always put on a pretty good camp.
Yeah.
This is one of those, it's like a showcase.
Yeah.
You get an opportunity to see a lot of kids from a lot of areas. So I make sure every year that I'm here so I can get that great evaluation.
And finally, Coach, as you go into your first season as the head coach for UCLA, what's this summer look like for you? Are you doing the X's and O's, depth charts? I mean, what does this summer look like for you as you lead in that first game of the year?
All of the above. We're just getting ready for Hawaii. We had a great spring, not too many injuries. Guys made it out well, and I'm just excited for the season and ready to strap it up against some other people.
All right, very good. That's UCLA head football coach DeShaun Foster here on the Inland Sports Show. Inland Sports. Big thanks to Coach Foster for that exclusive interview. We also caught up with University of Redlands head coach Jim Good. The Bulldogs do such a great job putting on these camps. They had 6 this summer. This was number 4, so they still have 2 more to go. If you're watching us live on Wednesday night, they've got one Wednesday night and then one more after that, and then the summer camp series will wrap up. But they put a lot of time and effort to making this happen. It's great exposure for the U of R, but really it's for the high school athletes, a place where they can come, compete, run drills, and get great exposure for all of these colleges that come here to the IE, to the U of R, to check out some of our best talent. Here is Coach Good talking more about the University of Redlands Mega Camp. Inland Sports. We're out here at the University of Redlands Mega Camp, and we're here with Bulldogs head coach Jim Good. And Coach, listen, camp season is a great time here at the U of R, and I know the Mega Camp is, well, it's in the name, it's mega, because there's so many schools out here. I saw UCLA, Utah, Arizona State, Minnesota, and a whole bunch more. I mean, how many Division I programs are we talking about here at the Mega Camp?
Gosh, I don't know how many Division I, but I know there's 23 schools here. Well, 24 counting us. How about that? Yeah, so we have a good number of guys.
And what I like too is, and we've talked about this before, is there's a good mixture. There's like high level, Power 5 schools. There's Ivy League schools. We got the U of R here too. I feel like if you're a player here, there's probably something for everyone here at the Mega Camp, don't you think?
Absolutely, and that's what it's for. Is we want guys to have a lot of opportunities to be seen in front of a bunch of college coaches, be on our campus, but yet have an opportunity to be seen by other coaches, and probably most importantly, get coached by those guys and get better. And really, we're always talking about trying to learn something that impacts their season, and that's what we're about.
Yeah, a lot of these high school guys will go back to their high school programs, implement what they learned here, and be better players and teammates coming up this season. Coach, here at the Mega Camp, about how many athletes would you say were here tonight?
Gosh, I'm going to guess with the O-line, D-line coming up later tonight, they'll be over 500.
So does it just continue to grow from year to year, these U of R camps?
I think so. We're only having 6 this year, and we are trying to cap things because what's important to us is making sure guys get reps. Mm-hmm. And when you have a camp like today, you may not get as many reps, which is something that we don't like, but we do the best we can, try to be disciplined about staying in lines, have coaches coach. Mm-hmm. Not only coaching skills, but coaching them to stay in lines. Yeah. And sometimes it works out great, sometimes it doesn't, but we do everything we can to get everybody reps, and that's what's important for our camps.
And how cool is it that a lot of these schools, I know Arizona State, I'm picking on them because I've seen them a bunch of times, from Herm Edwards to Coach Dillingham, who I just saw. They come back year after year to the University of Redlands. So obviously they find a lot of value in this and the athletes that we have here in the Inland Empire. What do you think that says about the way you guys just run these camps, that these big time programs come back every single summer to the U of R to see our guys?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just how we run the camps. I think it's where we're located. I mean, the IE has unbelievable football. There's unbelievable high school coaches in the area. We're right in the center. I mean, who's that guy that wore the green and yellow uniform down the street here that just won that big trophy?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of guys like that around, and it's just awesome to be able to have all these coaches see our local guys, and that's what it's about, is trying to get our local guys that can't necessarily afford plane tickets to Pullman, Corvallis, Seattle. I mean, you name it. I mean, how about Minnesota? Yeah. I mean, Minnesota was here today. So they get a chance to work out in front of all these guys all at one time, and I just think it really helps. And you talk about running a good camp. Our camps wouldn't happen if it wasn't for our staff. Coach Mariani, our whole entire football staff does a phenomenal job getting this thing all set up. They work their butts off, and it's awesome to see the work that they put in and what is the result.
Yeah, the result is a great opportunity for our local guys to get some valuable exposure to some, big-time programs on the West Coast and beyond. I mean, we're talking, I think Penn was here from the Ivy League. I mean, from across the entire nation. Coach, as we wrap this up, I know we're coming towards the end of the camp season, but how's it gone so far, you think?
It's been awesome. It really has. A lot of great coaches. You mentioned Arizona State Coach Dillingham. How about him coaching quarterbacks today? I mean, he coached a group of quarterbacks during a rotation in a circuit. It was awesome. He was having fun. A bunch of young guys got coached by a Division I head coach. I thought that was awesome. But yeah, we're past the middle. Yeah. We're at Camp 4, so we got 2 more to go. We got Oregon State tomorrow, and we got Cornell next week. And we kind of are sad that it's over, or getting to be over, because it's a lot of fun.
All right, that's University of Redlands head football coach Jim Good here on the Inland Sports Show.
And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods in Norco, #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust.
Is it important to have your kid on the A team? Absolutely not. If you have some serious goals for your young athlete, don't forget to focus on the bigger picture. Instead of trying to get them on the A team, focus on finding them a good coach. Coaches who attract the best players aren't always great developers, whereas a coach who can instill what your child needs to reach their potential, that's priceless. Boostman.
From out of nowhere, it looks like the front runner could be the University of Connecticut's Dan Hurley. UConn, who's won back-to-back national titles, all of a sudden has emerged as the #1 guy for the Lakers.
Right. Definitely a left turn for sure.
San Diego threw out their old knuckleballer, Matt Waldron. And I guess you could say he's technically a knuckleballer because he throws more knuckleballs than other pitches. And we haven't seen a guy like this since R.A. Dickey. Remember, R.A. Dickey had a pretty good run throwing the knuckleball. So there's another knuckleballer out there in baseball.
Right, and it was always wild to grow up with Charlie Ho or with Phil Niekro or Joe Niekro. And, of course, Tim Wakefield, who must have played for 20-plus years. But it goes to show you, it's kind of cool to see the knuckleball being back and being in effect and being effective, like we were just talking about off air. If the catcher's having trouble catching it, how the hell do you hit it?
Yeah, it's impossible. It's slow. If you see a knuckleball pitch and slow it down, it's amazing you see the movement on it. And Patrick, now I'm thinking about it, I don't think he was technically a knuckleballer, but Stephen Wright for the Red Sox, who's from Moreno Valley, about 5 years ago, he was throwing the knuckleball as well. I don't know if you'd call him a knuckleballer, but yeah, there's been guys coming in and out of baseball who kind of, play around with it, experiment, but it looks like we actually have another knuckleballer in this Matt Waldron guy for the Padres.
Inland Sports.
We also had the chance to check in with Arizona State head coach Kenny Dillingham, who was back here at the U of R Mega Camp. In fact, we interviewed him last season as well, going into another year as the head coach of the Sun Devils. He says the biggest thing that his team can do right now is just simply hang out, get to know each other, and build that chemistry off the field. Plus, as you're about to hear, he loves our Inland Empire guys. Here's Coach Dillingham from ASU.
Inland Sports.
And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show, the head coach for Arizona State, Kenny Dillingham. And Coach, when you come out here to the Inland Empire, is there a certain kind of guy you're looking for? Because when I think of IE, I think of like tough, gritty, like kids have a lot of perseverance. I mean, when you come out to the IE, what are some of the traits that you're seeing from our local guys?
Yeah, I think you just nailed it. I mean, you get guys that tough, that love the game, play hard, play with a chip on their shoulder. And that's what we're trying to build. So we love recruiting out here. This is a cornerstone of what we're building.
I know traditionally ASU, I mean, I feel like it's been a pipeline from the IE to Arizona State. Obviously, with you at the helm, it feels like you guys are going to continue that, right?
100%. I mean, we've come out here every year. We've sent coaches out here for camp last week, this week. You know, we want to make a presence known out here in the IE. You know, we want to make this home base for us.
And Coach, finally, as you lead up to that first game this fall, I mean, what are some of the things that you're doing this summer? Obviously, you're here at the U of R at the Mega Camp and, you know, taking a look at some of our high school guys, but what are some of the other things that you're doing to get ready for that first game of the season with the Sun Devils?
Yeah, I mean, obviously our kids are working right now, but like I tell them, hanging out together. That's what we're doing. We're hanging out together on Friday night. We're hanging out together on Saturday night. We're building relationships off the field. And I said we can be as talented as we want to be. We can run as much as we want to run and lift as much as we want to lift. But if we don't have a genuine appreciation for one another when we take that field, a genuine passion for one another when we take that field, it's all going to be for naught when adversity hits. So really, what are we doing? We're hanging out together.
You know, because I know a lot of football teams, they like to throw around the word family real loosely. Oh, we're a family, we're going to be tight. But it sounds like genuinely that's what you guys want to be. You want to be that tight, especially when times get tough, right?
Yeah, no question. I mean, we want guys that have relationships with the guys. We want guys that have been on so many teams where you don't know your teammates' names, you don't know where they're from, they don't know anything about them. And I think the best teams are the tightest. And those are the teams that stick together, and that's what we're trying to build. And the only way you can build relationships is time. And so I'm really challenging the guys to, you know, when we're done with lifting at 11 a.m. on Friday, let's all get together. And, you know, last week was awesome because we had a group of like 40 guys that all went bowling together and then went laser tagging together. And I think even in today's day and age in college football where everybody says it's professional sports and it's changing and all that, these are still 18 to 22-year-old kids who like to bowl, who like to laser tag, who want to hang out together, who have 18 to 22-year-old problems. And I think even though they may make a little bit of money, even though there may be some more distractions in their life than there used to be, right, we can't lose sight of what it's actually about. And it's about the relationships that they build with one another.
I love that answer. That's Coach Dillingham from Arizona State here on the Inland Sports Show.
Inland Sports.
If you're watching our show, make sure you give it a like, subscribe. That's even better, to the Inland Sports Show YouTube channel. And if you're a local business or organization, we could really use your help as well. We'd love to promote you guys on our show. Just send us an email. We can tell you how. That's inlandsportshow@gmail.com. My name is Pep Fernandez. God bless you guys. Stay safe out there. And we'll see you next time on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.